Hello and welcome to episode 11, season 11 of Meat Pie Sausage Rolls. As always, thanks for joining me. Make sure you do all the good stuff, thumbs up and all that jazz. Become a patron if you really want to help the channel out. Keep the wife off my back. Keep it going. Little as £1 a month. You find a link down below in the description. And if you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. And all of you need to hit that bell. You'll never miss one of my videos, and hopefully you're not missing this one. That's why you're here watching me right now. Second season in the Premier League. I still can't get over it. I cannot get over what happened against Chelsea. I mean, it's not all down to that one game. We did well in parts. We were pretty shit in a lot of last season. But the amount of times I've done that in the past, as you'll know, where I just jump in for the last few minutes to share it with you, just to show you what's happening. Just like buzzing that I'm this close to getting a point, and then to nick it in the 93rd minute. And I reacted. I jumped out of my skin because it was insane, and I'm still buzzing off it. Absolutely buzzing off it. And it's given us the opportunity to stay in the Premier League, get a lot of money. There's a lot of changes. A lot of money come in. A lot of money's been spent. A lot of good things with the club. A lot of news with the club. Lots to get through, really. So let's get into it. And we're going to start here, and it's the 12th of September. Now, I did have a few deals going away all the way up to deadline day. And I saved at this point because... And I've called the save file staff complete, because I thought at this moment my staff was going to be complete, but it does get a lot better. I mean, I had a bit of a revamp. There's a lot of them on month-to-month contracts. So it comes to that stage where you think, right, let's renew this. Let's put some effort into the staff. Run through it all. Got rid of some dead wood. Brought in a lot of good ones. I'm going to expand it again. By the end of the year, our staff is next level. It's even better than this, which is good. But we get that coaching team better. I get the physios in. So it does get a lot better, and I'm really chuffed with it. We get new facilities again. Just training. They won't do the youth. They're going to put our youth level up to exceptional, which I think is one of the top levels. So brilliant. Also, though, again this summer, there was takeover news. No transfer bans or anything, just takeover rumours. And it happens again mid-season. It's like the same as last year, before the season and mid-season, but it never comes through. But why does it keep happening? I'm guessing it's going to happen. I don't want it to, because Matt loves coming. He pumps a bit of money in. I mean, he borrowed $5 million to do the stadium up, but fair play to him. He's paid that off with profits we've made in the Premier League. And I mean, he's been great. He said yes to me a lot of the time. So we've grown this club together since he come on board. So I don't really want anyone else, unless it's a tycoon takeover that could just kick us on to the next level. As you've seen at this point, we are 15th in the league. We had a decent pre-season. I let my assistants sort that out. Beat Ajax, which I think was absolutely fantastic. And started off well, beat Crystal Palace. I've drawn with Chelsea. Penalties against Gillingham, but I'll give some guys a game. And then my last two games at this point... ouchie. But of course, there's new players. Players gone. Now, I can't go through everyone out because... And I didn't do this on purpose. I've not even really sold and bought like for like. But I've just run through all my notes. And 11 players left. And I got 51.4 million for them. And I've brought in 11 players and spent potentially, eventually... That's quite good. 64.9 million. But I'm pretty happy with some of these guys. I'm also happy with the finances, which are in a really good spot, and I'm only going to grow as the season kicks on. Our wages have only gone up a bit. I'll give some guys new contracts. Obviously, our star striker, Dimitar, from last year, I've restructured his deal. He's got a much bigger minimum fee. He's also got a couple of friends. Got 2 new Bulgarian players. Got 3 Bulgarians now, which I know some of you will be very happy with. So the squad is quite large. I think it's about a 25-man squad. I also signed about 5 or 6 decent youngsters. Guys who just a year or two ago would have been happy as Larry straight in my first team. Do you know guys who've been released in the Premier League? I've still gone through that list. But they're probably not just there for us. And I thought they're on a free. They've got decent potential. I won't show them you. There's some good ones. About 5 or 6 of them. They're down in the under 21s. If they become good, great. But the fact that I signed them on a free, they're all small contracts anyway. Maybe we can make some profit out of them further down the line. It's just a bit of a money-making scheme right now. But the squad itself, yeah, 11 players have gone. Some big names have gone. Guys who, like Longy, Omari Hutchison, Rooney. There's quite a few have gone. Longthorne, do you remember him? The midfielder. But some of them wanted to leave. Some of them have got great money for. I got 15 million for Longy, the striker. So yeah, I couldn't really turn that down, could I? And I got some good values for him. So yeah, 51 million. But let's quickly go through this. I'll try my best. Now, Aziz wants to leave. He had a big money offering from, I think it was Real Sociedad. I'm not losing him yet. He's going to be a backup this year. He can go next year, but we're keeping him. He can just cry. I'm not bothered. We've got this new boy, Cronin, who 1.9 million from Crystal Palace. I think he's great. I liked his reflexes. He's my new number one. We've still got George Ezra, still a great player. We've still got this lad from last year, good player, right back. We've got this lad, the new Bulgarian. Got him on a free from Leeds. And I was wondering why Leeds let him go, because I think he looks really good, right? So I went back to an older save file, took over Leeds just to see. And for Leeds, he was only a 3-star player. So maybe they didn't rate him. He wanted big wages. But I'm happy with that. We've still got Maldini. He's going to be, you know, probably a backup centre-half this season. Got some new centre-half. So we've got Campos, who's another free bit from Paris Saint-Germain, 22-year-old Belgian. I've got this dude. Can't say his name. Not a sniff. 3.5 million from Dynamo. Not the only player I got from Dynamo. I've been searching all over. We've still got Roman Walker, very good centre-half, I believe. Sam Murray, probably his last season. Backup left back, because Christopher is my number one left back at the minute. I love him. Look at his name. I keep forgetting he's actually English, but he is. Matthew Burton is a new boy. 6.2 million from Watford. He's come in to help in the middle, but also be that man if I want to play with a defensive midfielder. I think he's decent, to be fair. We've still got Matthew Ferrer. He's okay. Star rating's third, but I like him on paper. Might move on from him next year. Floreria from Romania. He's alright. They're not bad. It's this boy. Now this boy is my biggest purchase. Leandro Mendoza, right? Potentially 25 million. 10 million initially, the rest is add-ons, right? How good is he? Going from Cardiff. He's had 2 years in Cardiff. They bought him for 10, flat out, from Paris Saint-Germain 2 years ago. It's like that. Why does no one else want him? Am I missing something? I like him. He's a perfectionist. We've got Stephen Whittle still. Good little player, squad player. It's a process. This guy, though, I like a lot. I love his hair. Love his hair. He's come from Dynamo, 6.7 million. Gets a few injuries, though, I'll be honest with you. Matt Grayson's still here, backup right winger. He's not too bad. If we move down, let's try and get this done quickly. My finger's not working. Look at this for a name. Ole Dag Gilkling Bruseth. 19-year-old, Norwegian. Cost me a bit of money, if I remember rightly. 8.2 million. Bit of a package from Mulder. But he's decent. He can play left wing, cover on the right, play behind the striker. But he's got this guy ahead of him, who I think's better. Simen Moen. I love that. 4.9 million from Kristiansund. Never heard of them in Norway. I should have heard of them, but I haven't. We've still got Alan Stevens, very good English left winger. Got a new boy here from Manchester United. He cost me 5.25 million. Calvin Decker. He's not the quickest, but he's got quality. He's got technique. He can dribble. Obviously, we've got Dimitar Doyshev. Legend, right? So I went back to Levski. Have you got anyone else? You've just given me a cracking striker. Have you got anyone else out there? Yes, they had. You got Martin. 3.3 million from Levski. Ends up playing more than the other geezer. He is brilliant. So 3 Bulgarians. Those 2 young lads are Bulgaria's strike partnership. And they play for me. I love going out to Eastern Europe and stuff. 3.3 million. Oh, look at his value now. I know values change when you come to a league like this. Well, that is a bonus, isn't it? So then, fight bravely against relegation. Same again. I want to improve. And there is a ton of positives out of this season. I can't wait to share it with you. One of the things that's not positive is that we are flat favourites to go down. I think there. Aren't we? That is a bit of a piss take when I saw that. I'll be honest with you. And I thought, you know what? I've got some really good young players anyway. Got some good young lads. But I'll be honest with you, they are young and they've got to grow and learn and hopefully mould into a team together, because every time we do get beat, you always get that famous thing in the news that says, "Youthful Oldham, come on stuck." It says it every time. So I know we're a young side, but young sides can grow and mature and become a fucking force. We're better than that. Don't forget, we are playing in the Empty-Had Stadium, and to be fair, it's not bad. We're going to make some extra money this year, because obviously we played in a less than 20,000 seater, and it's going to be one when we move back to Boundary, 23,000. We end up averaging like 35,000 fans a home game, which for us is great. Generates loads more money. It's just a shithole, isn't it? You have to definitely take a towel with you to put on the seat, or you're gonna have stuff stuck to your ass. It's filthy. But you know, it is what it is. We're getting more fans, we're getting more money, and I can't believe we're paying them that much, as if they need that money. But you know what, Man City, we played City 3 times in competitive games this year. 3 times. Do you reckon we beat them? To draw with them? Lose? What do you reckon? Can you tell? Might have some positives against Manchester City. Now, when it came to me scouting, I will be doing a lot with this year. I did a bit more last year, so I'm finding a few little gems. But this year, I really want to go all out, especially when I sort my scouting team out as the season progresses. I'll try and show you later. But my plan this year was, I went through under 18s in every position, the top players who were interested. Then I did under 21s and I did under 25s, just to cover all my bases. I then went to every international team in Europe and South America, scrolled through them one by one, missed out the odd shit one like Gibraltar, no offence, Lee Green Shields. And then anyone like 23 and under, scouted them. Then I went through them all again in the under 21s team, scouted the lot. I've just scout. That's what I see when it comes to the end of this season. If we can stay in the Premier League, what kind of money we could have, because I reckon it's going to be a lot, I'll be honest with you. And just keep adding to this team, so I've got some little special players here. So it's the 1st of January. Well, like I said, we had 3 competitive games against our landlords, Manchester City, a team I don't particularly like too much. And first blood went to us. Have you seen this? We're at home, but we're at their place, and we put on a show at their place. I mean, they were better. Look at the XG. They created more. Haaland scored, and you're thinking, here we go. He scored at the end. But it don't matter. It didn't matter, because little Martin, £3.3 million worth of Bulgarian, scored 2. Mendoza, cracking player in the middle. And I did play, like you can see there, a bit more defensive, but it bloody worked. And in the Premier League, at the halfway point, we're sitting 14th, so you can still get dragged into that. It's no different really than last year, I suppose. Lost 9, drawn 3, won 7, 24 points. What did we get last year? 33, and somehow survived. So we're not too far from that. A lot of games left to play. I've got a game in hand there as well. But a lot of good football. There were times when we were absolutely brilliant, and then still times when we were a bit shit. So these are the Premier League results, and after those 2 batterings you saw us, obviously we beat Norwich, and of course beat City, beat Leeds. 3 on the bounce, got destroyed by Liverpool, who are exceptionally good this year. Annoyingly, as a Manchester United fan, very good. Beat Newcastle, got beat off Forest, beat Wolves, went on a bit of a bad run there. Leicester, but drew with Borough, got beat off Everton, drew with Bournemouth, got beat off United, is what it is. Fulham picked up a couple of points. And then Spurs and Liverpool, but I don't really think about winning them. So we're not doing bad. If we can carry on like this, second half of the season, we should get more points, should be safe. This is a squad arranged by average rating. I've rotated a bit. I've played a B team in the Carabao Cup. I'll show you that later. For most of it, to be fair. And rotated here and there because I've had a few injuries, a few new players. Was it Martinovic, my new right winger? Got a bit of a knock earlier. I wanted him to play a bit more. But the lads aren't doing too bad. If you look at goals, you'll see Martin's doing really well. 8 in 18. Dimitar, 6 in 12. He's obviously playing together at times. One on a wing or whatever. You can switch him. It's fun. It's so much fun. Calvin Decker's decent as well. Quickly, here is my staff. I can still get another physio when I do. But what I do is, and I do this quite often, is I'll get a physio who's very good at sports science. And it'll boost that sports science up and look much prettier. Like you see, I've got 19 scouts now. Still haven't got the best in the league, but we've got some very, very, very good ones. Coaching team is perfect. Helps you out no end. So obviously, I've had them out all year, and they've been out for nearly 6 months. And then what I do is I'll go back to it, and I'll rearrange it in any F, E grades, whatever. I get rid of them, and I just keep Bs and above for now. And there's plenty of options here, like lots of options of good players out and about, like in Denmark, Norway, good little players. So we'll see what we can do in the summer. We just got to stay in the Prem. One of the things I did do is get a new head of youth who's very good. He's very good. I was hoping we might get a good youth intake because we've got some really good coaches now. It was average. It was all right. I've signed them all up. Sod it. Check this out. Check this out. Carabao Cup. Scrapes it through against Gillingham. I think you know that. Destroyed Wigan 7-4. Portsmouth 4-0. Watford 2-2. Won on penalties. And then Manchester United in the semi-finals. You know what? That is an achievement. A semi-final for our little club is an achievement. It'd be great to get to a cup final and win something before the series ends. It would be beautiful, wouldn't it? But that, I think, is amazing. And then the FA Cup. Quarter-final. Round 2 with Manchester City. This time they beat us. So City knocked us out at the Etihad Stadium. But again, we beat Wickham, Forest, Stoke, and a B-teamed it. Not B-teamed it, I think. Sometimes it's a bit disrespectful, but just give players a game, really, wherever could. And I'm chuffed to bits. It's a semi-final and a quarter-final. Well, here we are. Here we are. It's the 15th of May. One game left to play against Norwich City at home. And do you know what? I'm really chuffed with this. I think we've done really well. 18 wins, 5 draws, 14 losses, -1 goal difference. Now, Newcastle have played their 38 games. Now, if we beat Norwich, we'll be on 62 points, but we're going to have to beat Norwich about 50-0 to sneak in to a European spot, and that ain't going to happen. But do you know what? We're not in a relegation fight. We've definitely progressed. We've got sniffing, bloody touching distance of a European spot, so I'm pretty proud of that. And Martin, 3.3 million Bulgarian from Levski, is the second highest goal scorer in the league. Hey, Christ on a bike. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and that poor wee little donkey. Oh, we've arrived, right? This is progression. I've had so much joy over the last few days playing it. I mean, it's been a ton of fun. At times we've been fucking brilliant. At times we've been shite. Here we are. We beat Leeds, Forest, and Newcastle in the new year. A fantastic run. Brilliant. You know, it was conceding, but scoring lots of goals. And then Tottenham and Chelsea. Give me a good kick in. And then we went on this, honestly, fantastic run. 4 clean sheets, I think, is absolutely amazing. Drawing with United, beating Bournemouth, that, and then that. And then we get beat. Beat Everton 3-2. I mean, sometimes we're great. Sometimes we get our ass handed to us on a plate. And then bounce back and beat West Ham 5-3. And then round 3 against Manchester City. Look at that. Hey, Haaland can score all he likes. But when you've got Dimitar and Ole, they've got no chance. So yeah, 3 times. What? 1 loss drawn. Welcome to the last game of the season and our last game at the Etihad Stadium. I'm just part of the best team. I feel I can at the minute. A few players are moaning, or they probably would have played. But what are they playing here? Christ. I just don't want to lose. We're 8th. We can't go any higher. We can't go any lower. Let's go on a high, hopefully. So here we go. Kicking off here at this stadium. You know, it's done us all right. We've earned a few extra quid from playing here, but it's got this like weird smell. Like, you know, when a cat has a piss and you can never really get rid of the smell. It like burns your nose a bit. It's like that. So I'm not going to miss it. Can't wait to go home to our beautifully renovated Boundary Park. It may be small, but they don't make diamonds as big as bricks, do they? Hey? I wrote down a couple of stats here. I just thought you might be interested. I found it interesting. The commercial income list and the wage list, obviously at the start of the season, so I made notes. We're the lowest in both. So we're the lowest in commercial income with 16 million a season. Arsenal the highest with 250. 250, 16 million. A little bit of a difference. Lowest wages as well, £1.1 million a week. The highest was Liverpool with 6. And, you know, they've spent big, but look how they've dominated the league. Have you noticed? By about 20 points. They won it at the start of April. Well, fair play to Liverpool, I think. Oh, here he is. Second highest goal scorer in the Premier League. Got a corner from it. But yeah, it's been a great season, to be fair. Like, we can be great at times, we can be shit at times, we can be great against good teams, bad against them, same again with rubbish teams. Kind of never know sometimes if we're going to turn up or not, but it's been fun. We're young, we're inexperienced, but now they've got a little bit more. There's guys who are still here with another year in the Premier League. These new guys, hopefully good guys with potential, got a good little core. Just need a few additions, I think. We'll see what's available, see what money we've got. We should have a lot of money. We do have small incomes, but we're getting big earnings from, you know, the Premier League TV money. Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously. Now, we've had good goalkeepers. We've had okay goalkeepers. He's okay. I think one thing I really want, I'm struggling to find, I want a really good goalkeeper. I'd even have an old one who's top level, who's like been dumped or something. You know what I mean? I've done that in the past as well. Get a good season or 2 out of him. Right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Get in the goddamn goal! Get in the goal! Own goal, Norwich City. I don't care who scored it. Give us a T. Give us an I. Give us a T. Give us an S. What do you do with them? Oldham, 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 Oldham. Love it. Meat pie, sausage roll. Come on, Oldham, give us a goal. Meat pie, sausage roll. Come on, Oldham, give us a goal. Look at Liverpool, 103 points. Christ on a bike. Well, it's half time. They've been better. It's 1-1. I'll take a draw. So here we go. Second half kicks. I've got a bad feeling. I just don't think like they're up for it. Like, we've got really now to play for, I suppose. I mean, we haven't, have we? Can't go any higher. I'm just burped. Excuse me if you heard that. I just had my dinner before this. And next, a pint of Vimto. Do love a good blackcurrant juice. Vimto's not my favourite. Do you know what my favourite is? Asda Zone. Well, nicer. That's what we normally have. Oh. Penalty. Not a penalty. But Stevens is going to keep hold of this. He's on a yellow. I might have to make a change. I don't want to go down to 10 men. We'll be fucked. It's got a few yellows, to be fair. There might be a few changes coming up soon. I've got options on that bench, though. That's one thing we have got. Don't mean they always work, but I feel like I've got players who, on the day, can be quite good. Oh, here we go. That's why you buy from Bulgaria. Hey, come on, Oldham. Come on. Come on. Let's get another one. Let's get another one. You know, that's what you never know who's going to turn up. Shit good, you never know. But you know what? We're a good little club here. Got a bit of spirit, bit of youth, bit of excitement at times. Sometimes an absolute turd. Honestly though, it's the goalkeeper. I'd love to find a proper, even like an old experienced one who's, you know, been binned off by his club. No, 34, 30, I don't care. Still got it in the locker. Got a season 2 left. It'll just bring that, you know, air of safeness or whatever you want to say at the back. Here's Stevens. Come on, mate. Pick a pass. He's Mendoza. Oh no! Leonardo Mendoza. Okay, we're 3-1 up. I've made a couple of changes. I've brought 2 yellows off. My left back's staying on now. But yeah, Decker is on the left. Who, every time I see him, I want to say Decker, and every time I see it, it just reminds me of Team America. Fuck yeah. Here to save the motherfucking day. Do you remember that film made by the South Park guys? Here he is. Decker. Get in! Get in! 4-1. Yeah, they made a film years ago called Team America with puppets on strings. There's like a sex scene in it as well. But the bad guys in it, that's all they ever say is Decker. And it just reminds me of that. I don't know why, but this is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Little Bulgarian. Is he on for a hat-trick? No. Oh, but he's going to get this ball back. Number 10. He finds the left back with the longest name in history. Whittle! Oh, in the post! Okay, 20 minutes to go. This is going to plan, isn't it? I've made 2 more changes. We've got Pizarras on at left back to cover a yellow, even though we've got more yellows. And I've brought Moen on for Ole. Go a little player Moen. He was just a bit miffed because of Grayson. Wants to play more. I'm not happy with how you've treated Grayson. Dude's alright, but he's got 2 much better players ahead of him. Grayson will be leaving. Thank you for your service, mate. There's Norwich, Judson, no, Cronin. Well done. Man, this game's been good. I proper enjoyed it. Thought I was going to be winning 4-1. We've had loads of chances. Just going for it. Been brilliant. I will take that 4-1. What a way to sign off our season at the Etihad Stadium. What a way to sign off a fantastic season, even though we couldn't go any higher or lower. It's nice to go out and win. It's nice to get a win together in it on a live comp with a great performance from some of my young lads. So much promise in this team. So then, both Manchester teams missed out on the Champions League. Everton have sneaked in. Fair play to you. We finished 8th on 62 points. That's nearly 30 points more. With the league's second highest goal scorer. I mean, Erling Haaland's ahead of him. Get behind him. That is an achievement when you play for tiny little Oldham. So the mighty Manchester United, who knocked us out in the semi-finals, went on to win it, beating Nottingham Forest 2-0. West Brom and Chelsea in the FA Cup final. Go on, West Brom. But Chelsea won 2-0. We have even more money in the goddamn bank. Happy days. We also have 53 million to spend, although not a load of room in them wages, so a bit of a wiggle here on there. but there will be players leaving. You've seen we've got a good core, the Ollies and that. There's some good lads here. Dimitar, Martin up top, who banged 28 goals in this season. Mendoza's a cracking player. I've got some good little defenders. Like I said, you never know until you get to work in the summer, but I've worked hard this year. The scouting team, I've put them through their fucking paces, and I'm hoping we can just do a right little bit of business, just to push us over there, just get us into Europe. Getting this club into Europe would be absolutely insane. Never imagined this when I started this series. It was just to get them back in the Football League, but here we are, and we're going till Christmas, so what can we achieve with this club? Of course, next season we will be back home. Now, we have superb training facilities. I've just asked them to improve the youth facilities, and they've said yeah. I also asked them to build a new stadium, and they said we'll get back to you. It's been 3 days now, and they haven't got back to me yet, so that might happen. We might end up having another bloody takeover. That keeps fucking rolling on. So there we go. That is the end of the episode. Hopefully you're going to join me for episode 12, season 12. As always, thank you for your view. Thank you for your support. Thank you to my patrons. You guys are legends. If you want to be one, and it really does help the channel. Honestly, generally justifies it in my wife's eyes. A little as £1 a month. You'll find a link to that down below in the description. All your help's massive. Whatever you do, even if you watch an advert, it helps. So I do appreciate everything. You guys have been fantastic this year, and we've still got loads left, loads of content to make for the rest of FM23, and hopefully you'll stick with me and the channel. If you are new, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell. I'm going to keep saying that all year long because I never used to, and maybe that's something I need to do so you don't miss my videos. But yeah, stay happy, stay safe. Hey, Oldham are back next year. We're coming back with a vengeance. I'm very excited. Hopefully you are too. Stay safe and booed. Bye bye.